it's Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, okay, so I saw that Chef P actually posted up another video that was allegedly explaining everything that has gone down between Dave's Gourmet, and now she's going really back and forth a lot with Dave's Gourmet. There's a lot going on, and with this TikTok, she's apparently finally breaking her silence and sharing everything. So I want to kind of dive into that, talk about what she has to say, and see if she is providing any other new information in a sense to see if she's right, if she's wrong. Like, I don't know, but I'm very curious to see how this goes because apparently this is her finally telling her story. So before I hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My Instagram, TikTok, second channel, merch, and so much more is in the description as well. Okay, so before we watch the reaction part, the last video that we did very quickly, Chef P is essentially selling new sauces. Okay, so she's going from selling just the pink sauce to now she's doing blue. And I'm gonna be honest, who wants to bet that she's gonna whip out the whole rainbow at this point? I totally think she's gonna. So now she has the pink sauce sweet and now the pink sauce regular, but they're like dry seasonings now to make into a sauce. I don't really know how that, like, I don't get that. I mean, I don't know why she didn't quite frankly start with that first when she was making the pink sauce, but whatever. But then now not only does she have the pink sauce, but she has the blue sauce. So the blue sauce can be sweet or just regular. I have no idea. Okay, so she's selling them for like, I think it's 1.5 ounces for about $20, which is, that's an insane price to be selling seasoning for. Like, it literally is. And honestly, from what I'm seeing, the only biggest difference between like the blue and the pink one, if like, depending on if it's like, you know, sweet or not, whatever. If it's regular, then it's literally like just a different type of like natural dye, essentially, which it's either like, I think it's the dragon fruit or the blue spirulina. I think those are like the two differences, but either way, like, it's overpriced to hell. So that's what we're looking at right now. And with this whole process, she's been adamantly going after Dave's Gourmet, complaining about them, talking about how she was screwed out of money and she was taken advantage of and her creation was ruined. So apparently she's finally telling her story. So let's get into it.
Okay, y'all, it's time for me to explain what's going on and also how you're not supporting me by purchasing this, right? Okay, so to start the story off, me and Dave's Gourmet has been in disagreement about this since January of 2023. When the pink sauce first went into stores, Dave's Gourmet wasn't sharing information with me, simple information like as far as how many bottles were in the first purchase order. And that's when I knew something wasn't right.
Okay, let me just pause this real quickly. So if you guys do or don't know, the entire situation with Dave's Gourmet, I'm trying to make this like as simple as I can with the explanation. So she pretty much had the responsibility of marketing this off. She had the idea of a product, whereas Dave's Gourmet was essentially going to be selling it for her, and she was going to be able to make like a cut of the money. And they're doing everything like making sure it's produced properly, packaged right, shipped out, getting to the proper stores, all that. And again, like seeing that, that's an incredibly good deal. Now, one thing I will say is there are many times where a viral product or really good business idea is taken advantage of by unethical people who are trying to literally make money, and that's it. But however, I don't think that that's the case in this situation. With her saying they didn't inform her about products were getting shipped out, I don't necessarily see how that's like, I mean, I get if you'd want to know that, but I don't think that's like something that would hurt her because it's not like she was pulling out a huge chunk of money to invest into the company and she could be potentially losing it. You know what I mean? Like, quite frankly, if they're shipping out a decent amount, then like good for them, do the marketing. Like, I just don't see how that's an issue. Like, I really hope she whips out some receipts or something.
Now, the quality issue began with the first run. So the first run, they did a run of 5,000 units and everyone was complaining because the sauce was like orange. Dave's Gourmet told me, rest assured, we're gonna be able to fix the color issue, and the color issue was never fixed. Now, in the creation of the pink sauce, y'all know I compared the pink sauce as a Beyonce sauce. Like, this is the Beyonce of the sauces. When I create
Beyonce of the sauces? I love confidence, but I also think that we are kind of stepping into Wonderland over here. I love when we make shit up. I love when we lie for fun. Why would you say that? That makes no sense. Like, by the way, guys, I don't know if you do know or know this. My mom pointed this out to me the other day. There is some kind of pink sauce in Walmart. I'll pop it up right over here. So there's been something like this that has existed before. So she's not heavily revolutionary. Is the idea of a shit ton of rainbow sauces a little bit more creative? Yeah. But when it comes to like pink, not necessarily. I mean, the hue, yeah, but when it comes to just, no, what the fuck?
The pink sauce, it was about marketing. It was about this being something new, something the world has never seen. And that means if it's an innovative brand, then you have to have the proper marketing strategies in place. And you also have to be able to tell a story to your audience where they can understand.
Okay, I'm quite confused. She just went from talking about there was a color issue that was never fixed, and now she's talking about marketing. Okay, so here's the biggest thing that I want to talk about with the coloring issue. I have gone in to see if that, how do I say this? I have gone into Walmart several times, and I have seen that the sauce looked kind of like a weird coloring. And again, I will say I am quite curious about that. I'm wondering if because they wanted to keep it as natural as possible, they weren't able to maybe do certain things when it comes to certain coloring. Like, I'm not too sure. Maybe they were trying to be controlled with how much ingredients they put in, or maybe that was what they were working with at the time. Maybe she approved it and then it went, I have no idea. I know the coloring is weird, but I think my thing is like, if the sauce tastes good, I don't give a what it looks like. That's my biggest thing. Like, literally, a sauce can look like straight shit. And if it tastes heavenly, I am smothering it on my burger or my fries or whatever. Like, if it tastes good, it tastes good. So coloring aside, even though, yes, I understand if it's like a pink sauce, if it doesn't taste good and people still aren't like, well, I mean, it's not like exactly pink, but it's yummy, then that's kind of your issue. And that was an issue even before Dave's Gourmet put their hands on it.
Dave's Gourmet left me completely alone. We had no professional marketing for the pink sauce.
Yeah, because apparently in the contract, which you haven't proven otherwise, this is because of Dave's Gourmet. I almost said Dave Ramsey. Dave's Gourmet. I can't imagine what that motherfucker would be saying about this right now. He would be calling this woman an idiot sandwich. I'm sorry. Anyway. Dave's Gourmet, sorry, I'll reel it in. Dave's Gourmet, according to what they have vocalized when it comes to the contract, which you have not been able to counter yet, as I'm sure you'd be able to show this, they vocalized how, hey, you're in charge of the marketing. It's essentially for her, it's like a situation with drop shipping, okay? She has a wonderful opportunity where she just has to do a thing, but market it off. And quite frankly, getting up and making a couple TikToks every day, if you're getting the pink sauce given to you bottle-wise for free, it's not that hard. And if you had so many creative ideas, could have done that. But she's like, oh, I didn't have help. Well, if in the contract, they're like, you're responsible for the marketing, we're just going to develop it. What is the issue? If anything, it's great. You have full control of the marketing then. Like, what did you expect? Them to just give you a shit ton of money?
The visuals you guys were seeing were things that I put together myself, even down to like the pitch decks and the style of the graphics and everything. All of that came from my Canva. Now, I had to take a long time to think about like how I'm going to talk about this due to the fact that they've crossed me so much that I have no choice but to file suit.
But wait. File suit or follow suit? So is she filing, like, does she actually mean like she's filing something or like a lawsuit? Oh my God. I'm so confused because if anything, you would be able to simply get the internet on your side if you were like, hi, this is how this company me, because best believe my ass, because I'm very interested in this and I've been covering it since it first came out. But either way, if I saw that this one was getting taken advantage of, an individual who talks about shitty companies and unethical things and sketchy stuff, I would have been on top of that. I would be like, oh my God, I need to tell everyone about this, why it's wrong, how Dave's Gourmet is taking advantage of her. Like, I would have been on that. And I know other creators would have been doing the same thing as we have been covering the pink sauce scenario. I don't know why she hasn't come out to show actual evidence. That's what's killing me here. If you have legit evidence for something, you need to fucking come out and and show it, because at this point, your reputation is in the hole and a lot of people don't want to believe you. So if you have something substantial, you need to literally like PowerPoint slideshow this shit and be like, look, this is the fucking problem and this is where I was taken advantage of. But according to many things that she has already said online about not being paid, and Dave's Gourmet like, wrong, here's the proof that you got paid, no one's going to believe you. And it's also going to be harder for people to believe you if you have something that is going on right now. Like I'm sorry, I personally don't believe her unless there's actual evidence that's going to be shown to me. She has lied and, in my opinion, taken advantage of too much from the evidence that we have been shown for me to trust her. If new evidence comes, good, I will absolutely listen to it. From what we're seeing now, I think she's full of shit.
Right now, I am not in a financial position where I can file suit. So my focus is,
okay, you're not in a financial position to file suit, yet you're developing products that you can't afford to develop. So what does that tell us, everyone? You know what that tells me? You're going to probably, in my opinion, fuck up your new brand or your new sauces or seasonings because you don't have the financial capacity to make sure everything's good to go. And if you're not in a financial position to take that kind of stuff on, it sounds like an issue. Literally, Dave's Gourmet vocalized several times, like, hey, girl, we will pay for your lawyer. Like, get a lawyer. Like, we want to get this hashed out. We don't want issues. You're dragging this out for what I'm saying. If you have a lawyer and they're willing to pay for it, which is phenomenal, you would be able to go back and forth with your lawyer and be like, okay, yeah, this is where there was a misunderstanding. This is where I was wrong. This is where they were wrong. You would have been able to get all the factual evidence and also discuss with your lawyer how much you can and can't talk about on social media. But instead, we're going to jump into a new business opportunity.
starting over, giving you guys what I seen in the beginning. The pink sauce was supposed to be here like the real pink sauce, the vibrant, bright pink sauce, the amazing tasting pink sauce was supposed to be here last year. And as an entrepreneur, I'm having to pick up the pieces and start all over again.
I'm going to throw this out here because my little brain can't, I have to. Why? Like, she had the most incredible opportunity. If I was her, you know what I would have done? She is a chef, or I don't know the specifics, but I guess she does a lot of cooking. I believe she was a private chef. She did something of that kind, okay? I forgot exactly what it was. She could have literally still kept her main job and showed ways of how she incorporated the pink sauce into some of her clients' meals or any other things she made for herself. Like, I have literally witnessed incredibly fascinating and fun people who just cook in their kitchen, and it's addicting. Like, my recipes folder packed with people like that on TikTok. So I don't know. She had the most amazing opportunity to be like, oh my God, I love cooking. I already did that for my main job. You know, don't quit your fucking main chef job. Don't do that. Wait till your stuff takes off, then do it. And then she could be like, oh my God, and I'm going to incorporate the marketing with what I do every day. And I'm making money for my sauce while making money as being a private chef. Win-win. How did she fuck this up that bad?
Yeah. But I don't mind because I still have my business name. I still have my website, and I'm the creator of the product, which means I'm going to fight for my brand. I'm going to stand up for my brand and the product that I created because it's a really good product. Now, the pink sauce has sold over 200,000 units. The pink sauce has grossed over $2 million in less than a year. I really thank my supporters for supporting me and supporting my brand. And when I say I don't care about the great sauce, what I'm coming from is I have to move on at this point in my life.
Okay, you might want to move on, but contractually, I don't think you're able to. Like, people are finding it in the dollar store, which, by the way, in the last video, I had a shit ton of y'all being like, yeah, I saw it in the dollar store. I know they're trying to like unwind sales from what it looks like. Dave's Gourmet looks really fed the fuck up. But my thing is you still technically aren't done with the contract then. And if you're obligated to post and market it, you're stepping away too early. Oh my God, Dave's Gourmet is honestly too nice at this point from what I'm thinking, because if you want to step away, that's fine, but you have to wait till that contract finishes up.
I have to move on and not allow these people to further deteriorate my brand. The reason why the pink sauce was $20 a bottle is because we use all natural ingredients.
Okay, this is so gonna be me, but I don't give a fuck if it's all natural. I want it to taste good. That's just me. I will rather grab a couple dollar ketchup or like fry sauce and spending $20 on a sauce that is mediocre at best. That looks like Pepto-Bismol. Maybe it might look pink, like I don't know, but my thing is $20 for that. I don't give a shit. There's no need.
The pink sauce was formulated with no preservatives. And no.
Okay, but also I like preservatives because preservatives aren't always bad. I think some people kind of like really get stressed out about that. Not all preservatives are like awful. They're literally there to preserve things and keep shelf life. But okay, you know what? Never mind.
Food, like additive, like artificial colors. And I want to stay true to my brand because that's why y'all support me. Y'all support me because I created an all natural colored product. Unfortunately, the people who were supposed to be my partners, they took out all of the high quality ingredients such as honey and sunflower seed oil. It's not inside of the product anymore. And they put in canola oil, which drastically dropped the overhead costs for the pink sauce. Honestly, that's something that I did not agree with from the beginning. I did not want a vegan product. I wanted the pink sauce to go on cold shelves where you guys can get a beautiful mixed sauce from a cool rack. But Dave's Gourmet didn't want to pay the extra cost to put the sauce on a cool rack.
Okay, but I'm kind of confused. Was this not mapped out before you signed the contract? Like, you have to sit down in these meetings, from what I'm assuming, and be like, all right, look, we're going to make production. This is what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to do it. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you're really passionate about something, you're not just going to walk in blindly. Like, you're going to ask questions because you're literally handing over something. So I feel like that would be stuff that they would mention. And here's my thing too. It was supposed to be a cold sauce, but didn't you, when you originally sent the packages out, when you were making it on your own, you didn't package it properly and it got gross and started bloating and getting icky and wasn't packaged right according to the ingredients inside of it, and it wasn't packaged cold. So like, I'm just saying, also a sauce packaged cold does not exactly make the most sense to me. Like, maybe that's just me, but I would much rather get something that is just going to work perfectly fine on a shelf. Like, it doesn't make sense usually to have a packaged cold or a cold shelf sauce.
So we're here for me to basically start my legacy all over again. And I know you guys don't know me from my entrepreneurial beginnings and like where I began as Chef P. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. If you know me, you know that I have perseverance. And if I believe in something, I'm going to press forward to it, especially if it has to do with my legacy and what I created and my product that I love and people love. So right now, I'm beginning my business over completely as a small business with the pink seasoning. With the pink seasoning, I can guarantee quality by you being able to mix the dry mix to whatever color you like, and you also can mix the sauces and create whatever color that you can make between blue and pink.
Okay, so what I will say is I am so lost in why she didn't go with the dry seasoning idea at the beginning. That would have literally solved all of these problems, because the way that would have been so sick to be able to have like, oh my God, look at all these powders. And if you want, you can make like, again, if you can have customized like sauces for like kids' birthday parties even. And if it's like different flavors, like, I don't know. I think that would be so much more fun. The powdered idea was smart. Like, that was a good idea to start. I'm not saying it would have been wildly successful because it is more expensive, but shit, anything can happen. I mean, there's people who sell cotton candy for like $30 for a small pack. I will say the seasoning would probably work out if it was started off better. But now with the reputation, now with the way that you're behaving, now with how everything's going, I don't think that that's going to go well for you. And also, we're talking about pink sauce, but now you want to make it extra like colors. I think you're going to like, you would have to, I feel like you need to have a different name for the brand in general, because now it's not just the pink sauce. Like, now there's other things being added to it. So she's really not making sense to me.
Moment. Like, as you guys seen, I created lavender sauce with blue and pink. You can create different color intensities as well with the pink seasoning. But with that being said, also the blue seasoning is sold out right now. We're getting ready to fulfill those orders. We will be fulfilling our orders on live, so you guys can see the process and see the product and see what people will be getting. And right now, I'm just focused on moving in a positive direction. All of 2023 and at the end of 2022, I was in a complete defense mode, and I refuse to be that way, especially for something that I didn't do. However, I will be giving entrepreneurial tips for y'all to learn from my mistakes. And
let's not do that. I don't think we're in a position to give entrepreneurial tips. I just don't think so. Like, if we're in a span of what, maybe like a year and some months, right? I just don't think that we go from starting off and having to process a shit ton of refunds because you fucked up. Then you go on a Dave's Gourmet and that's not doing hot. Now you're doing it on, like, that's a lot of rotation in a business and lack of stability. I do not think you are someone that should be a professor. Don't give advice. Just make the seasoning, babe. Like, stick to the basics. Make the seasoning and make some fun TikToks. Please don't let it. It's okay.
Learn about selecting a partner and getting into contracts and, you know, what to look out for when you're signing a contract, because the piece of paper that I have is not even a contract. However,
what? The piece of paper you have isn't a contract. What the fuck is it? Yeah, like, yeah, that is. If you signed and agreed to the terms, that's a contract. Like, what are you? I am so. What is she saying? Like, she literally is not making any sense right now with this. She has created her own like viral success and downfall in such a quick amount of time, and that honestly is wildly fucking impressive.
However, like I told y'all on my live, I have a recording of the entire conversation. It's about an hour and 30 minutes long. But I have to keep that for myself for legal purposes because something has to be done about this.
Here's my thing. She says she needs to keep it for legal purposes. I wonder if she actually legally can't share it because of the state that she lives in. Again, I don't know what state that she actually lives in or if it's Florida. Is she in Florida? I don't remember. But a really random fun fact, by the way, if you want to record a conversation, you could do that. Depends on your state and the laws. Okay, so there's one party and two party consent state. When there's a one party consent, you can, I think I'll pop it up on the screen over here. You can essentially record a phone call. Again, if both people are in a one party state, consent state, you can essentially record and not tell them that you're recording and can save that. And that's like perfectly fine. And I think that can be used of like proof of, you know, what essentially you need, which is, I mean, good and beneficial, right? But then also there's the other part where if it's a two-party consent state and if like I'm in a one party and someone else is in a two-party, you still like you have to ask them permission to record something. So that I'm wondering if that's like why she's not allowed to speak on it. But like either way, she can still speak on it. I just feel like she can start talking more about this and say like this is what's happening because it's not defamation if it's true. I don't know. I don't believe her on this. I just feel like this is bullshit.
I know people have asked me, will I be packing a formulated sauce? Packing a formulated sauce once I get the funds to be able to do so. But yeah, this is what it is right now. And I just want to say thanks so much for the support from the people who support me. And for my people who may be going through a hard time right now, never give up. Never give up on your business. Never give up on your vision. Never give up due to hard times or mistakes that you have made in the past. Keep going. Because tomorrow just might be the day you win.
All right, so that was it. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I just don't see that was really a good explanation. Like, I don't like how she's like, oh, I'm going to finally tell you guys. And then it still was not a lot. And it was kind of excuses and contradictions from other things she said and everything going on. It absolutely makes no logical sense. I don't know if we'll be have to cover anything in a while about the pink sauce unless she starts posting like more really crazy shit. But the way that she's speaking about Dave's Gourmet and making claims, I don't trust it, especially when there's so much counter evidence that's been shared by Dave's Gourmet. But either way, I just think she's full of shit, but that's just me. But that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you guys think about this because I am utterly exhausted of her bullshit. Okay, I just am. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.